Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. You're watching Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder. We're going on with the Stratos, the Lancia Stratos by Centauria. We've got a load of parts out here. Two stages I've already done, which is just making that one, and we've seen that for quite a lot of time. And we've got a large part here, which is the back of the car, and we've got some chocks that we can, or chucks, or at least risers that we can put the car on, and some other little things that we're doing. But we're starting with stage 97, and we're going all the way to 100. So let's get into this beautiful build. So we've got the stuff lying here. This is what we do in 97. So let's get the build guide here, and let's get that close. We need that in a moment, and we need that in a moment. But let's start with this. We're going to put this rubber thingy here. There's no other way to do that because you have that thing there. So we're going to put two RPs in there, which is a nice flange screw. I'm going to lift it a bit because I don't want to get anything broken if I push this on to the floor. This is of course the skirt for this side, and let's put those RPs in there as well. We know that it's there. It's not the way the build guide does it, but why not? Now we're going to get the circuit board on with some AP screws. We had one already, so we don't need to do that one yet. And we're doing something nice after this. We're connecting all the wires and then checking all the sounds. And if you look in the circuit board, you can see the letters right beside it, so you know which one it is. So it's always on the top left hand side here, and here is on the top right hand side. That's the light, that's the light. We put those to the side. I'm just connecting all the wires. Some of them don't have their stickers on anymore, but it shouldn't be a problem. That one in. Then we're going to get that one out and see where we connect that to the E right there. All right. These lights work, and brake lights work, and what I do not see is whether or not the interior lights are working. They are, and I'll show you when everything is together. But we are disconnecting the E. We are taking that battery out as well, because otherwise it will drain. These are out. If we've tested all the lights, we've seen those lights. We've disconnected it, everything, and we now need to make sure that these two come out in the middle. I need to change something because these are now coming out on the wrong side of that bulkhead here. They need to come up right there, but I need to find out where they go up so I can get them out. So I'll swap that over and come back to you. Let's turn that car back on again. So lights are on right here. Then let's turn those lights back off. Then those, sorry. There we go. Those lights are on. That little switch is not very strong. I need to do something about that. Then we've got this. And then we've got this as well. Then we've got brake lights working. Let's turn the lights off first. Then we've got brake lights. As you can see, I've got one here as well. And those. and that's everything off. So that's everything working, and let's see what we do next. So I've got, as you can see, those in the right position. So we're pushing this all in. All the wires are tucked underneath. We've got those in the back. We want that wire to be neatly in there. And then we've got a few screws to put in to keep that all in. Wires are neatly tucked away. So be careful not to snip any wires. So we've got TMs to put in. So let's get those out. TMs in the front, ZPs there, AMs there. So let's start with the TMs, and then at the end, AMs right there, and they are the bigger ones. So I can get my, I think it's called a Kingdom screwdriver out. And then we've got that chassis plate under. Still one more thing to do is get those hoses to the frontal part right there. I want to have a look at why these wires are so tightly strung here. Okay, then we can put those AMs back in again. This because if you look here, there's a wire visible right there, and there were wires here underneath before which I couldn't move, so because of that I thought I have to check that. So make sure you do that. Just shows you what happened to me, that it's important to do that. This is probably a plate to protect this part of the this part of the car, to make sure that the drive shafts isn't I forgot something. I remember that the Chevrolet Impala my dad had in Saudi Arabia when we lived there, it had a plate underneath as well, just to protect it, because it's a low riding car, and this car is so fast that, and it's a rally car, so it may hit a lot of stones or things like that, and then that needs to be protected. All right, what I forgot to do is put these two through. This one is now loose, but that's all right. I'm going to try and put it in on this side and see if I can get it back in on the other side. That's not too smart, is it? And I will have to check that on the other side to see if I can pull it through to connect it again, because I've stuffed that up, of course. And I'll try that after this stage, because this is almost done. Just a few more screws, so then there are no more loose screws, just the one in my head. All right, we've got them all in, APs, and these are AMs. So let's turn it around and see if we can get that hose to the right position, back to the right position. Nope, that's impossible to get to. Well, if it's not visible, then I'm not going to do anything about it, because we're not going to see it anyway. And I'm going to get that wire. Oh, that's already connected. Well, then we're going to leave it as it is. I wanted to turn it around because it was it's underneath the axle. No, I'm going to leave it as is, because I can't get to the points where it's loose, and I can't even see where it came from. So that's the first stage done. 97. 98 is too short for words. that's all we have. And the only thing that we do, because these are actually to keep the car up, and if you look at these, this is the one for in the back, and the higher one is for the one in front, and they're going right underneath the yellow thing that we've just put. So we can use that, but I'm not going to use it now. The only thing we're going to do is put those two together, and that is all we do. We put the wheel together and put it in front. So we're all the way to 99. So let's turn that around. We're going to be working that wheel in there. There we go. And then we're going to put that on top of it. We're going to put the car away again, and we're going to get the front of the car out. That one and that one we're going to get together. So I've just connected that to the wire there, and we're now going to connect the light right at those points with HP screws in the back and in the front. But we don't have HP here, so we need to get it from the screw box. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get the cloth away because those little things are sticking. That one came out, but we'll put it in when we've finished. And I've already checked those lights, so I'm quite sure they do work. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in. Okay, we're going to put that away, get the car in, connect those wires, and put that thing on. Alright, so we lift that up a bit, get that cloth out again, because I need to turn it upside down. And we're going to loosen that one up, because we want to get those wires outside, because I tucked them away, but that is apparently not the right thing to do. There we go, we've got them back. Get that wire back in. Alright, we put it to the back a bit. How is that wire going to be put away? Okay, we're going to undo this hook here, because we're going to put a something in that we need to hook through, and it's easier when they're loose. So we're going to hook these through and then bend them back. Alright, I will show you what I've done. Are you rolling? You are rolling. Have a look at those things. These are circle shaped things with an opening on one side. I pushed them in, and then we've got a connection there. Now we can turn it around. I've lost it on one side. The little clip to keep that bonnet closed. Let's see if I find that thing somewhere. I can see, maybe I can find it in here, an extra one. It's a bit of a pity, a bit of a big pity. That is not good. That is no good. Maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. But this one, it was supposed to go in there, and I don't have it. So let's put it like that and see. Where's that switch again? So that is on. Let's get the remote control out. There you go. Small lights, big lights. Brake brake lights you don't, oh, you do see here. You'll see them better when we do that. There we go, you get that as well. Okay, let's disconnect and put that back on. All right, we tested the sounds. We saw that everything worked. Let's put those clips on and keep an eye out for those parts that we're missing. Why is it not wanting to go? All right, as you can see right there, they're put in with elastic bands there and there where my finger was. So we're going to put that car there for a moment and see what we do in 100, because that's the last stage we do. And we keep an eye out for that part. You can have a look at it from a distance. And get that last part out. There we go. We've got this lovely back part of the car, and that's what we're going to put together with these screws, SPs, and we have them already, so it's pretty easy. We're putting them on there with SP screws, and we put SPs on this side as well, of course, and we're going to put that right there and put a screw from the other side, and that screw is of course the KP, because that's where we got in, but it's such a small screw that I need the PH00 screwdriver for that. That's a little loose, and those two in, so let's tighten that one up. There we go, and that's that for this stage. And this pack, still need to find that little clip that I've lost. Well, that's that, guys. As you can see right here, the car is in here beautifully with all the stuff in there. Even this part, you can see that on that camera, is here and connected. But there's supposed to be a clip keeping that in, and I need to shorten those a little bit, but I've lost one, and it was into the cloth here, so it's more or less lost in the Carpet Monster. I can't find it, but I'll have a look around and see if I do find it back. But I want to thank you very much for joining me again. Please like, subscribe and pass it on, and join me next time on this beautiful build, or any of those builds that I have there, and a new build that you might see that little plate right there, right next to the blue cap. So join me next time. Hope to see you then. Bye bye.